Welcome to another St. Lucie Public Schools session of Facebook Live. I'm Dr. Helen Wild, Chief Academic Officer of St. Lucie Public Schools. Today's session is specifically for parents of 8th grade students trying to make important decisions regarding your child's high school pathway. You may also find it beneficial if you have a 6th or 7th grade student beginning to discuss career and school options for their future. Today, we will focus on 3 special Attractor programs after a quick overview of how the process works and programs at all of our schools. But first, let me introduce 3 of our amazing high school principals that we have with us today. First, we have Mr. Joseph Lazeau, proud principal of Fort Pierce Westwood Academy, the West Prep Magnet. We also have Mr. Henry Sanabria, proud principal of Lincoln Park Academy, and Mrs. Mona Ray Buchanan, proud principal of Fort Pierce Central High School. Today you will hear from each of them about specific programming for high school students. We will try to also answer your questions as time allows. I want to begin by explaining that our 8th grade students will be assigned to their high school based on your address in zones. You are notified about your assignment through our Student Assignment Office. We are so fortunate because all of our high schools offer such comprehensive menu of curriculum that prepare students for college and careers. And you really can't go wrong. Every single high school offers college-level coursework through Advanced Placement or our Cambridge Advanced International Certificate of Education program or International Baccalaureate at Lincoln Park Academy that you will hear about today. In addition, every high school offers dual enrollment, which means that your child can be taking courses toward high school graduation and toward college at the same time. Those courses are offered on high school campuses, as well as various IRSC campuses and online. So all eligible students have access to college-level coursework free of charge. Students must qualify for dual enrollment through having a high school GPA of 3.0 after they've completed 4 high school courses to show that they have a record of success, as well as qualifying test scores. Also, every high school has multiple career technical education programs or vocational programs which create a major or a pathway for students while in high school, all of them leading to industry certifications so that your child is qualified to start in various careers, such as healthcare, building construction, and pre-engineering, to name a few. All programs are listed on our website under each school separately, as well as on our Career Technical Education page. But today, we are here to talk about our Attractor and Magnet programs. These are unique programs at the 3 schools featured today that you can apply to now for next year. Let's discuss what Attractor and Magnet programs are and how to apply. Attractor programs are unique to one school in the district. They include advanced college-level coursework. Lincoln Park Academy is a magnet school consistently recognized as a top school in the country by U.S. News and World Report. And if you did not apply to go there through the magnet process in middle school, you have the opportunity to apply for high school if you are interested in the International Baccalaureate program. Fort Pierce Central High School has a very unique elite aerospace program, which is a partnership with Embry-Riddle University. This is a very competitive academic program for students who are interested in related fields of engineering and aerospace. Fort Pierce Westwood Academy, the West Prep Magnet, is our newest magnet school with many new thriving programs that the principal will tell you about. But it is also a long-standing, successful Attractor program in their Marine Oceanographic Academy, which is housed on a separate campus at Harbor Branch, FAU. If you are accepted to a program, you will be attending a school outside of your attendance zone, and transportation will be provided through district-wide hubs. There are 2 rounds of applications. The first round is open now and closes on January 8th, 2021. Round 2 opens on January 18th and closes on February 5th. You are only allowed to apply for one program, so that if you don't get your first choice, you can go ahead and apply for your second choice in the second round if desired. All of this information is posted on our website, and we will show it to you again at the end of the program. The West Prep Magnet is slightly different, so let's review it very quickly. This magnet offers on-campus programs in many exciting fields with new equipment and resources, such as veterinary science, robotics, and pharmacy tech. These programs do not require entry criteria and have a slightly different application timeline. The priority application period is open now and closes on December 18th, 2020, with another round opening on January 6th until March 6th. So, it's time now to talk to our amazing principals, and we're going to start with Mrs. Buchanan from Fort Pierce Central. And a reminder, Fort Pierce Central has the Aeronautical Engineering or the Aerospace program, which is a partnership with Embry-Riddle University. So Mrs. Buchanan, can you share with us a little bit about how the program is structured for students?
Ninth grade, students enter the 9th grade and they are introduced to aeroscience and piloting and airplanes and the theory behind airplanes. And the reality is that is an introductory course. It is not yet the dual enrollment course where you would get the college credits, but this course introduces you and prepares you for what's ahead. And what's ahead in 10th grade, now you're actually immersed in dual enrollment through Embry-Riddle, and your professor is from Embry-Riddle. And in the 10th grade, this is a college class. It's 1 out of your 7 classes on campus, and you will now have the ability to do more hands-on within the classroom because we do have a flight simulator in the classroom. And you are also able to talk to a professor who worked for NASA and who's very versed and obviously the expert in what it takes to be an aeronautical engineer. So that's your 10th grade. Your first semester is a dual enrollment class with Dr. Bispham from Embry-Riddle. Second semester, you'll transition into another dual enrollment class through Embry-Riddle. And 11th grade, again, you will have another dual enrollment class with Dr. Bispham as your instructor. And you will now, in that class, be versed in a lot of the I would say, the vocabulary or the jargon within the aero engineering program. And in your senior year, you now have the ability to truly start exploring, really, what do I like the most in regards to a profession, which you're already learning from your 9th grade, and what do you want to major in college? How are you now going to apply what you've learned in your future career, in your pathway towards success? Students within our program, they're really, I would say, math and science oriented. And that's because when you're learning these new concepts and when you start to apply these concepts, you must have that foundational knowledge of algebra, geometry, and going even further into algebra 2, pre-calculus. And math, honestly, does prepare you to be successful as well as science, but specifically math. Being strong in math helps you within that dual enrollment program because you are literally a student in college, the infamous and very popular Embry-Riddle University. You are a student on Fort Pierce Central. You are a part of Embry-Riddle campus, and that's what makes this program so elite. And it's a lot of learning, and it's a lot of hands-on, and it's very exciting. But that 4 years, I'll tell you right now, it sets you up for whatever you choose to do within the diameters of that program.
Mrs. Buchanan, we've all been out there and seen your program here from the district level, and we know that it's amazing. What are some of the things that you hear your students say about the program?
Well, the number one thing they do say is, do you like planes? Do you like engineering? Do you want to be an engineer? They like that the professor brings them real life experiences, and they also like that they get to apply what they learn. They get to really be college students where they're being, they're getting the benefits of being great in what their hearts desire. So the kids are like, well, I love engineering. I want to be a pilot, or I want to work in mechanical engineering or something of that aspect. And now they're really learning what it is before taking that big plunge into that career path. So the kids, they really like what they learn and the application of it, and knowing that they're preparing themselves for their future pathway.
So you mentioned algebra and geometry, and we know that this program has limited seating. It's very competitive.
Yes.
What type of academic history should a student have, or career interests to explore applying and seeing if they can get in?
Well, all our students actually come in with a credit in algebra, passing their EOCs, and most of our students actually come in having taken algebra already. So most of our students have taken algebra or geometry, and they really do need that strong math foundation in order to be successful in our program. Not to say they can't learn and really get it, but a lot of engineering and aeronautical engineering has to do with the application of math. So that first 9th grade, our kids coming in, they're at a level 4 or 5 in regards to their end of year EOC or FSA scores. They have strong academic foundations, so their grades in particular are A's and B's. And they really these are really strong applicants who are really focused on putting in the hard work.
Okay.
So they come in very solid academically.
Thank you. So somebody with a strong academic record of A's and B's and
Yes.
really good test scores, and someone who truly is genuinely interested in the field
Yes.
of aeronautical or engineering in general. Great. And if they don't get in, like I said, there's other programs that the students could enroll in that would give them the engineering aspect. So they don't need to fret if they don't get in, but if they have that record of academic success, we would love to see them in your program.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Mrs. Buchanan. And I'm going to move on now to Mr. Santabria, who is, as I said, the proud principal of Lincoln Park Academy. And Mr. Santabria, most people are very familiar with the stellar reputation of Lincoln Park Academy and the International Baccalaureate program, commonly referred to as IB. But with that said, can you tell us about the curriculum, and what about the curriculum is unique to International Baccalaureate?
Thank you, Dr. Wild. Yes, the International Baccalaureate program at Lincoln Park Academy is for those students who are looking for a more challenging and rigorous, what we refer to as college preparatory curriculum. The unique thing about our IB program is that it is accepted internationally. That is the philosophy and framework behind the International Baccalaureate's diploma program and all their other programs that the IB has. But the one thing that our students focus on is that international mindedness and global perspective that the IB philosophy brings to the table, and all of our students become immersed in that.
That is fantastic. And so the IB program does give them that world perspective, but they're taking courses in all subjects. So it really does prepare them for any career field. But I know you have other programs too that you might be sharing with us shortly. Can you share with us what some of your students have gone on to achieve? Because I know you were previously the IB coordinator, so you've interacted with IB students for many years.
Absolutely. Our students have gone off. The majority of IB students will usually go to post-secondary education. They've attended many colleges here in the state of Florida, to include all our state colleges and private colleges. But they've also gone off to Ivy League schools as well as military academies. I can say that there have been many, many students who have become or have gone into the medical career field. Many have become engineers and have actually come back to St. Lucie County and worked for either the city or the county in those types of positions.
That's excellent. Yes, I do know some of those individuals as well. We mentioned needing a strong academic record, but what other characteristics are you looking for in a successful student for the IB program?
Well, just like my esteemed colleague, Ms. Buchanan, mentioned with respect to FSA scores, EOC scores, and grades, we look for those academically oriented students, high achievers that are thinkers and problem solvers. And we want to, the program further develops that thinking because it is about thinking and solving problems in the near future.
Well, that is so great to hear because those are actually skills that students would need for anything in today's world. So you're really preparing our future leaders through the IB program. One of the things that we hear about from students and parents is the fact that they're aware that it is a rigorous curriculum. Do you find that your students have time for other activities when they're enrolled in the IB program?
Absolutely, and it depends on the individual, but the bottom line is that through good time management, our students can participate in anything they want, such as sports, even additional coursework that is just as challenging, CTE type courses where they would get industry certification, and extracurricular activities like the different clubs that we offer at the school.
Thank you, Mr. Santabria. I think that last part there, a lot of people were not aware of, that Lincoln Park Academy has a lot of other programs, and our students really can be very well-rounded and involved in a lot of activities. We're going to move on now to Mr. Joe Lazeau, who is the principal at Fort Pierce Westwood Academy, the West Prep Magnet. But first, before we talk about the Magnet programs, let's talk about your Attractor program, which is the Marine Oceanographic Academy, called MOA. And that has been around for quite some time, very successful in competitions and graduating some stellar students. Can you describe what it's like to go to school at MOA?
For our students at MOA, as they would describe it, as having a small campus feeling within a comprehensive high school, because it is a campus that is located in the North End, Harbor Branch and FAU, so students there are able to work with scientists hands-on. It's a family-oriented experience that the students share with me. When I was actually there Wednesday, I was talking with a couple kids, and what I'm hearing in the culture there is a positive one for students who are willing to put that effort and that work in their academic work and want to be involved in not just science, but in their academic coursework as well.
So the students are Fort Pierce Westwood Academy students, they're Panthers, but they're on a different campus, is that correct?
That is absolutely correct. So students who are elected to participate in the MOA program have the experience of having that small campus feeling, but have all of the luxuries and exclusive rights to being on a comprehensive high school, so they can come to main campus and take additional coursework, along as what Mr. Santabria was sharing as well, in additional CTE courses or additional courses that are outside of the programs at MOA.
So you mentioned that students need to be selected. So let me ask you the same question I asked the other principals. What characteristics are you looking for in a successful MOA student?
As my colleagues already shared, we are truly looking for students who, with that strong academic background and that foundation. But one thing that I will put my finger on, seeing the graduates of MOA year after year, that distinguishingly separates them from the rest, is effort. The effort that the students put into their own academic structure in their life is the key for being a successful student at MOA. So it is a highly selective process. So the application please get it in as soon as possible because we need to review your strong writing criteria, your FSA scores, your current grades now. I know we're about to end the semester, so students, make sure you stay up on your grades, okay? Because it's really important because we look at all of that in our judgment of selecting students to participate in this highly rigorous curriculum.
Thank you. And just a few more things to mention about MOA. The students are working with Harbor Branch renowned scientists on a weekly basis, and they're involved in the field, which is the Indian River Lagoon, doing really impressive research. It's fun, but it's also really important to our environment and to medicine. So if your child is interested in marine biology or marine science, or really any field of science and like the idea of that small school, the MOA program is just so unique for that. So I want to move on and talk a little bit about the magnet programs at Fort Pierce Westwood Academy because it is our newest magnet program. And they have a wonderful robotics lab, they have pharmacy tech, healthcare unit coordinator, really a myriad of new programs there. And so I was wanting Mr. Lizotte to tell us a little bit about some of the hands-on learning that he is seeing on campus, on the main campus these days.
When I think about some of the magnet courses, as you already mentioned, Dr. Wild, two come to mind. One would start with our Farm Tech program. It's truly a highly competitive selection process to get into that program. Will require students to work hard in just not math and science, but also in their English language arts courses as well. So our pharmacy tech program was just redesigned completely. Our instructors have outfitted their classrooms to actually give you that experience of working in a pharmacy store. So the work that you're doing are working that will translate you to be able to work right into the pharmacy field upon graduation. So you're going to have that experience day one working with how to count the pills, how to fill medication, or what is it, that patient care service, that customer service that you're gonna have when your parents go to the stores now, to the pharmacies. And another program that I like to just touch on is our agro-sciences or our agro-technology. I like to just call it AG. It's a wonderful program led by our renowned teacher, Mrs. Blankenbaker. I know she likes that shout out, but she has transformed this program inside and out. The work that the students are doing there is just not focusing with just the large animals. It's more than that. It's about getting deeper into not just the agriculture side of it, the animal side of it, but our way of life as we see it, because life is changing and we have to be ready for what the changes are going to be. So Mrs. Blankenbaker with the ag students and the combination with the FFA experience is truly going to expand our students for the future.
Thank you, Mr. Lizotte. At Fort Pierce Westwood Academy, you have a Leader in Me program that impacts all of your students, and you also have a new exclusive to Westwood esports program. Can you tell us a little bit about either of those or both of those?
Sure. Absolutely, Dr. Well, let me start with Leader in Me. The work that's behind Stephen Covey, the 7 Habits of Highly Effective Teens, is the work that is based for Leader in Me. We're building the future leaders for tomorrow. Problem-solving skills, coping strategies, developing the innovative work behind Stephen Covey's work. So we utilize that curriculum that Stephen Covey and his team put together to teach our students about themselves and the future and how they can take what they're learning from the classroom to their life, to their career choice. Now, you mentioned our esports program, state-of-the-art gaming lab. Truly brand new, just installed this school year, and we are ready. We have a collaboration with South Florida League as well. So if you're interested in the gaming, that is an extracurricular activity aside from any of the career choices that you take, the magnet or MOA, that you can participate in, because we're looking for students who have that time, and I know that time management, that you want to participate in this club. This is for you, because those kids are gaming it up. because I'm not sure if you know, but esports is one of the fastest growing competition sports out there, where it's a $1 billion industry that is growing each and every day. So if you're into gaming and you want to know how to game and what to game, this might be for you.
Fantastic. Those programs are all amazing, and I've had the opportunity to interact with the students and the teachers, and I'm just so impressed, and this is one of my favorite things to do, is get to brag about our wonderful programs. I don't know that there are any questions. I don't believe there are. So I want to make sure to emphasize the timeline one more time. But before I do, if you did not hear about a program that you might be interested in, it is most likely because it's at your zoned school. So the process involves the student assignment office going through and determining the future school assignment of all of our 8th graders. You would receive that assignment. This is separate from applying for an Attractor program. You would receive that assignment through the mail. After that, shortly after that, our high school counselors will be going out to all of our middle schools and explaining course selections and giving paperwork to go home to you, Mom and Dad, so that you can help your child select their future courses. And it'll be the same process if you were to select and gain entry into one of our Attractor or Magnet programs. If there is a program that you were interested in that's a curriculum program and you do not see it at your school, there is a process called a curriculum transfer process. And that happens in the summer, and it applies when there is a unique program at a school other than your own that you would like to apply to get into as you go into 9th or 10th grade. And that also works through the Student Assignment Office, and you can find all of that information on our website. So as we close, I want to review the timeline for the Attractor programs, which are the programs at all 3 of the schools that you heard about today. The application period is open right now, and the first round closes on January 8th. Remember, you can only apply for one program at a time. Once you hear back from that, there is a second round, or for anyone who didn't apply by January 8th, the second round opens on January 18th and closes on February 5th. And there is a longer time frame for the magnet programs. So please visit our website or call our student assignment office if we can provide any information, or visit these school websites where you can learn more about the programs. So visit us at www.stlucieschools.org, and thank you for joining us today.